So, Billie Eilish. Personally, I don't really make these type of videos at all, at least not on this platform. I typically save that for my TikTok profiles and things of that nature. Links all the way in the descriptions if you want it. If you don't see the link there, then I'm just going to put a freaking screenshot on screen. But basically, yeah, Billie Eilish in the recent months has made very problematic tweets that have offended a lot of people on social media, men and women alike. To sum it all up, she basically says that, men literally, and I do mean literally, never deal with any type of criticism when it comes to their body image or when it comes to their own insecurities about their body because, and quote, women are nice. And right out the gate, I just never understand this mindset when it comes to a lot of women in the modern media, whether it be social media in the celebrity sphere or just your everyday woman. For some reason, women have this veil of perfection that they have bestowed upon themselves mainly. It's like any type of criticism that you give to a woman nowadays is automatically seen with vitriol and hatred, or at least that's how they perceive your message to be, personally. And it's a little weird when you just look at how stupid and childish that mindset is. Men are the root cause of all evil, and women are just these perfect beings, which is an outright lie. Honestly, I had a saying, it's like, when I was new to this whole internet commentary thing, it was like, a woman lying is like a man in water. They go hand in hand, or a fish in water. Because it's just like, the shit I hear women say on the regular when it comes to just that in particular is crazy that she made that tweet. Like, I know Billie Eilish has access to social media. That's how she made the tweet. But the craziest part about it is the fact that so many people is championing this woman. And again, obviously it's the usual suspects. Other bitter, broken, entitled ass women. So for context, if you do not know who Billie Eilish is, she is a run-of-the-mill, average or slightly above average looking white woman who is entitled enough to think that she knows all and she knows better than the average male when it comes to the experience of being a man and the insecurities that lead be. And you know what's crazy about that? Me personally, I can relate. This is just my experience as a man. Like personally, I'm 6'2", I'm approximately 182 pounds, right? And typically from a lot of my gym bros, so to speak, they usually give me the range of, you're a little bit too small to be the height that you are and things of that nature. And now, did I feel sorry for myself and kick myself in the pants? No, I just decided to gain more weight or to change something. I feel like insecurities are a lot of time, people just feel like, the only way to conquer them is to be complacent in what your body type looks like. I think personally, the insults that both men and women get when it comes to their weight, when it comes to their body types, are perfectly fine. Of course, in the obvious cases, when it comes to if you're overweight, if you're underweight, if you're anywhere between an unhealthy weight to where people obviously make fun of it or point it out, people will say something. And obviously, a lot of jokes have a bit of truth to them. That's the whole point of it. If you're someone who is Lizzo size, personally, you need to lose weight. And honestly, and by whatever means that is necessary, do what you gotta do. And then afterwards, do what you gotta do to maintain it. It isn't crazy to say that, right? But for some reason, whenever it comes to critiquing or just speaking on women, whether they're either attractive or unattractive, on whatever side of the spectrum they may lie on, it's automatically an issue for a lot of the obvious, perpetrators online and social media, the radical feminist groups. I've made many videos alluding to my distaste for a lot of feminist narratives, obviously. And I guess now is the perfect time to give my more vocal thoughts on that. I think the modern day feminist movement is a joke. I think for the most part, it is divisive and it is setting women back even more than what they were prior. I think for the most part, they focus too much on the most smallest, minute issues and lump everything a part of their issues. And I think it makes no sense. And I think honestly, most feminists are children. I think that they're entitled little girls that don't know what to do with their free time. And I think they spend too much time on the internet arguing with a bunch of bitter broads online. I think it's sad and pathetic, personally. That's just my full thoughts on it. And Billie Eilish is no exception. An entitled, above average looking broad that has been having a lot of luck when it comes to her industry or career path. And I think that for the most part, she's not disconnected. I know a lot of people keep saying that about her. I don't think she's disconnected in the slightest. I think for the most part, she has the average knowledge of the male experience like every other woman does.
It's where the most beautiful girls get asked by the worst dudes to prom and they're like, yeah, because they finally found someone that likes them.
Which means basically she knows nothing about the male experience. They all have this idea that men are just these impenetrable supermen with having no insecurities whatsoever.
Why is every pretty girl with a horrible looking man? I don't understand. Listen, I'm not shaming people for their looks, but I am though.
And we're these heartless monsters who feel nothing. and women are just these kind beacons of empathy that have all the emotion that men lack. And I think that's the most divisive way to look at men and women as a whole. I think people are just more complicated than that. But as the good book always says, never threat with a quarrelsome or fretful woman, for she will wipe her mouth and say she has done no wrong. But that's all I got to say about this issue. Honestly, it's a pretty short video. There's not really anything I had to really dive too deep into. It's pretty common sense. Obviously, Billie Eilish, along with most of the internet social justice warriors, are just spitting hot air and they're bored. But at the end of the day, have a great day and God bless. Peace.